Hey everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on reversing out of a parking spot. Right now I'm parked in a parking spot in a parking lot, and I'm going to go over the basics of reversing out. So in order to reverse out of a parking spot, you have to be forward parked in the parking spot. So right now I'm forward parked in this spot. Now let's get right to reversing out. So obviously what you want to do before you reverse out is you want to check your surroundings. You want to take a look at the front of your car, on both sides of your car, behind your car. Check your mirrors, do everything that you can to ensure that there is nothing around your car that you should know about. I would even recommend that before you get into the car to reverse out, you do a circle check. Just walk around your car. Now, I've already done that before I got into the car. It's just a very simple thing that you can do to add a layer of safety to your driving. Now, when you're ready to reverse out, once you've looked around and ensured that there's nothing there that you're going to hit when you're reversing, you want to actually put the car into reverse. Now, I'm going to be doing this with an automatic car. If you're driving a manual car, it's going to be very similar. You're just going to incorporate the clutch and so forth, clutch control with it. But let's do it with an automatic car for this video. My foot is pressed down firmly on the brake. My right foot, obviously. I'm going to take the gear selector. I'm putting it into reverse. I'm going to release the parking brake. My foot is still pressed down on the brake, and now I'm actually ready to reverse. Now, before I actually reverse, I do want to say that when you are reversing, you never want to press the gas pedal, because pressing the gas pedal causes your car to move quickly, and moving quickly in reverse when you don't have the best viewpoint because you're going backwards, it's not a good idea. It's unsafe. Don't worry about the gas pedal, just work the brake pedal, okay? It's that simple. If you're driving a manual car, you want to work the clutch control and the biting point of the clutch, okay? So let's reverse out. I'm going to slowly and gradually release the brake pedal so that I'm moving back very slowly, okay? Now what I'm going to do is check again, and this is the speed at which you should be moving back, something like this. You can see that car right there. I am moving back very, very slowly, okay? As you can see. Now, what you want to do is you want to steer to the right or the left to get out of that parking spot effectively. Now, here is my rule of thumb, okay? If I want to go to the left when I'm driving forward after I've reversed out of the parking spot, then I want to reverse to the right. So I want to go to the left over there once I've exited the parking spot. So I'm going to reverse to the right. Now, when you're reversing, if you turn the steering wheel to the right, the rear of your car will go to the right, which is what I want to do. On the other hand, if you're reversing and you turn your steering wheel to the left, the rear end of your car will go to the left. Once again, I want to go with my rear end of the car to the right. So I'm going to take my signal, I'm going to put my right signal on. That lets everybody else know that I want to reverse to the right. My car's in reverse, my signal's on, so everyone else around me should get the idea that I'm reversing to the right, okay? Now, when you reverse out of the parking spot, I'm just going to move back a little bit more. What you want to do, just going to defog the windows, is you want to turn the steering wheel, like I said, but you don't want to crank that steering wheel. If you crank the steering wheel all the way, you might scrape the car beside you. Now, that's because when you're reversing and turning your wheel, the front end is going to swing in one way or the other. And if your front end swings too much to one side, you'll actually hit the car. So what I like to do is I like to reverse and turn the steering wheel just a little bit. As you can see, I've only turned it just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, about half a turn, give or take. And I keep reversing. Maybe I turn it a little bit more because I can see that I have the clearance there. But once the front bumper of my car has cleared that car right there, so now I know my front bumper has passed the rear bumper of that car, the bumper of that car that I might have hit, that I'm avoiding. I'm going to crank the steering wheel all the way. So I'm turning it all the way to the right now, holding it there. And as you can see, I'm not at risk for scraping the car, but I'm continuing to reverse. Now, I braked a lot during that reversing because I was explaining it, but you want to reverse and make sure that you're not hitting any cars behind you or any light posts or anything like that. Then what you want to do, put the car in drive, turn your steering wheel in the opposite direction, so to the left, and I'm going to drive straight right over here, just like this. I'm going to drive straight, just like that. And I've reversed out of a parking spot, and I'm driving in the parking lot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive back into that parking spot, or one that's very close to it at least. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate it one more time, but a little bit faster, okay? So once again, as you can see, while I'm reversing, I am checking everywhere. Don't just look at your mirrors or rely on your mirrors. You want to check everywhere and always turn your head around, okay? So let's drive back into that same parking spot because it's still available, because I'm in a parking lot that has like virtually no traffic, to make this video a little bit safer to make. Once again, let's say I'm in park, okay? Parking brake is engaged. Let's reverse out of the parking spot smoothly, and I'll just say what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Foot on the brake, put the car in reverse, parking brake off, right signal on because I'm reversing to the right. I'm going to start releasing my brake and slowly turn my steering wheel a little bit, just like that. A little bit more, because I know I can clear that. A little bit more, just a little bit more. Now that I've cleared the bumper, turn it all the way. The front end will swing out, but you know that you've cleared the bumper, okay? Fully brake, put my foot fully on the brake, put it in drive, turn the steering wheel to the left, and slowly accelerate out and drive wherever you want to drive. And it's literally that simple. In this video, I've shown you how to reverse out of a parking spot. I've shown you a driving lesson on the basics of reversing out of a parking spot. Very easy to do, very understandable. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. What are your tips for reversing out of a parking spot? Let me know as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe. What are you waiting for? Subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.